Unit 4, Customs and Traditions. Lesson 26, Language Development. Open your reading and writing book, page 92. Avoiding generalization. In academic English, be careful not to make generalization unless you have details to support them. For instance, a reader of the example sentence below could argue that not all cultural traditions change. All cultural traditions change. You can avoid generalization by using words such as many, can, or tend to. Quantifier. Many cultural traditions change. Verb. Cultural traditions tend to change. Modal verb. Cultural traditions can change. Exercise 1. Read the generalization about common customs, then use the words in brackets to make the sentences more accurate. 1. We tip the waiter in restaurants. 2. Brazilian culture is informal. 3. Expensive gifts look suspicious. 4. Common hand gestures like waving are misunderstood in a different culture. 5. In the Middle East, old people live with their children. Answers. 1. We tend to tip the waiter in restaurants. 2. Brazilian culture tends to be informal. 3. Expensive gifts can look suspicious. 4. Common hand gestures like waving can be misunderstood in a different culture. 5. In the Middle East, many old people live with their children. Adverbs of frequency to avoid generalizations. You can also use adverbs of frequency to avoid generalizations. 0% to 100%. Never. Seldom, hardly ever, rarely. Occasionally, sometimes. Often. Usually, almost always, normally, and frequently. Always. Adverbs go before the main verb, but after the verb to be in a sentence. In Tokyo, people usually go to work by train or bus. Formal dinner parties are often difficult to organize. Exercise 2. Read the generalizations and use the adverbs in brackets to make the sentences more accurate. 1. Brazilian men shake hands, though it is not unusual for men to kiss each other on the cheek. 2. Saudi men wear traditional clothing, even to business meetings. 3. Professionals get upset if you don't use their correct title. 4. Cultural knowledge is helpful in business situations. 5. In Japan, you should arrive on time for an appointment. Answers. 1. Brazilian men usually shake hands, though it is not unusual for men to kiss each other on the cheek. 2. Saudi men often wear traditional clothing, even to business meetings. 3. Professionals sometimes get upset if you don't use their correct title. 4. Cultural knowledge is frequently helpful in business situations. 5. In Japan, you should always arrive on time for an appointment. Synonyms to avoid repetition. Exercise 3. Replace the words in bold in sentences with the synonyms in the box. Brief, certain, common, important, obvious, separate, serious. And words in the exercise: short, bad, different, some, powerful, clear, usual. Answers. 1. The business meeting was brief, and we went straight to the reception for our overseas visitors. 2. The high cost of education is a serious problem for many families. 3. In many cultures, parents and their married children live in separate houses. 4. In certain countries, cooking traditional food is becoming less popular. 5. There are several important people at the event. 6. Some customs and traditions are not obvious to people who are visiting a country for the first time. 7. It is common for people in my country to have large families. Do the assignment. Repeat the lesson whenever you need to. Write answers in your book. Thank you. Goodbye.